No way, what happening?
Joe bringing the knife to school. He could do Junior in.
For what?
But he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you know Junior don't back down for nothing. So that means you got a big fight tomorrow.
So whose side you on?
Side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody. I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Wait, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay out of the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, him and these boys coming for me next.
All right, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So how did I work?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the calls go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pen from them, and you can claim a reward later using that same pen.
Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you're saying.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all a day. It is Friday, the 7th of February, 2025, and we've got 1 week until Valentine's Day. Don't mind the devil trying to disrupt that message about Valentine's Day. You guys spend something on your love this Valentine's Day. The beautiful part is the something don't have to be money. The something that you spend doesn't have to be money, right? Sometimes we solve problems with money, but in this instance, we can't solve this problem with money. I think that your romantic partner would appreciate the intention, the initiative, the ingenuity, and the innovation, right, of your mind. Give them a different type of gift this year. Maybe turn the front room into a movie theater. Get all the pillows and plushes out. Set up a family, if you got children, maybe set up a family room and you have a lovely family night. If you could send the children to the grandparents or to a auntie or someone, then you could have a more romantic evening. But have no fear. You don't need to spend money to have a great Valentine's Day. Let's get the show started. Producer, check the line. I think that's Mr. Eric Sawyer. Let's start the show. Listen, Kalik, the Bear of the Bahamas, is inviting you to join them at the New Village Pub, at Grove Holiday, at Tropics Lounge, at Palm Tree Delight, and at Primetime Lounge, and the Pond for the big game. Buy a bucket of Kalik and get 2 free shots of Jose Cuervo all game day. And of course, Kalik reminds you to drink responsibly, babe. I am liking that. Super Bowl Sunday is this Sunday, February the 9th. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Greene.
Good morning. How are you?
Right, you just told the Bahamian people not to spend any money on Valentine's?
I said you don't have to. I said don't have fear. Like if you don't have enough money to do what you think is going to be grand and spectacular, what you have is empathy and care, right? Once you care enough about creating something special for your partner, all the other things are going to fall into place.
Boy, if these people don't see nothing from John Bull, you might not have a partner.
That's how things go. You see, I on the other side of the line. I not in that marriage camp. That's how it's been going on over there. That's
it's serious on the side.
That's rough, man. See, because I was going to find somebody like Erin Greene who got passion fruit and say, Miss Greene, I can need about 4 of them passion fruit. You've been on the radio talking foolishness. I need to make my partner.
This side of town don't come with no canap or no juju.
But
you better come with something from John Bull.
Yeah, but what if it's a Ganap mimosa? What if I make her a Ganap mimosa? You see what I'm saying? Or a sea grape margarita. You don't think she'd find that special enough?
Yeah, you do that, gal gone.
Ah, boy, I see what you're saying. So, what advice do you have for men as we approach Valentine's Day?
Go to John Bull and purchase anything from there. Once they see that box, you're good to go.
Okay, what if, as opposed to going inside John Bull, I go to John Bull and just find me some empty boxes? Is that going to be sufficient? Like, you think I could make the play?
So you're trying to say, hide the non-John Bull gift in a John Bull wrapping.
Yeah.
You want to something.
I can suggest that. In fact, reach out to all your friends who over Christmas bought fancy things.
That's a little risky though.
Yeah, it is.
How I can see how we're trying it. Your boy cheap.
but not just that. I don't have the charisma. I'm not as debonair as Howard. You know what I'm saying? I can't try it. Howard could get away with it. Anyway, I wish you, sir, a happy Valentine's Day. I hope that you have harmony and love and romance on that day.
Okay, you too, and make sure buy something from John Bull.
Okay, sir. Yeah. I am not on that side of the fence, so dear gentlemen, y'all take the man's advice seriously, please. All right, joining me in studio today. Now, I know it's Super Bowl weekend. If Mr. Sawyer is able to call, we're going to take that call, and we're going to talk about this Sunday. To be honest with y'all, from the Dolphins ended the season with a better record than the 49ers, we done win the Super Bowl. I don't have to watch nothing no more, but I am going to watch because I want to see if the Eagles could take out the Chiefs, if they could do it, or if the Chiefs are going to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls in this 2025 season, 2024-2025 season. It's going to be exciting. But I'm sure you guys know at 11 a.m. on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM on Saturdays is the new sports show, The Accredited. And so you could get all your Super Bowl talk there this weekend. I know those guys are having a good time. I got to say good morning to my cousin Arthur Seymour. He's a cowboy, and we are all commiserating together. Good morning, Mr. Nuri. How you do?
I'm here good. How are you?
I am good, Mr. Nuri. I got a couple of stories lined up for today's show. From yesterday, one particular story I want to get on is traffic deaths, suicides rise in 2024. But before we go there, let's go to the phone line. Kermit, good morning.
One thing about y'all Stars.
Yes, sir.
I feel like because you beat the backups to my backups on the 22nd of December, but that's y'all Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Remember now, the last time you played a full squad of me. Who won?
I mean, maybe you all won. That's not the point. That's a previous administration.
In fact, the last time you all been to the Super Bowl, we all played.
That's a previous century. We ain't even talking about that.
Okay, good. Well, let's not talk about the undefeated season ever again, because that was in the previous century as well.
I mean, I cool with that still. Like Rastaman say, forward ever, backward never.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Eagles versus Chiefs. Who you think can take it?
Come on, man. The Eagles' offensive line average height is 6'6", 320.
Okay.
Against the Chiefs' defensive line, oh yeah, I mean they got forwards, but that's about it. Once they can protect, once Jalen Hurts can protect the ball, Saquon can run for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, Super Bowl MVP. Eagles winning a landslide because if it's close, the refs can call it in favor of Patrick Mahomes.
Why?
As much as I think the thing is, I mean, I don't mind the Eagles getting one more because that only mean that they have 2. And that's it, that's enough for them. Because next year we coming back, we'll destroy the league. Super Bowl in San Fran in the Super Bowl, we win, bang, bang, 9 again.
So, all I've been seeing on the timeline is references to this idea that the Chiefs have the refs in their pocket.
They do.
Now, how does this stand, right? Like, how is this tolerated within the league? Or do we understand now that this is the entertainment part of it?
Well, once it's a one-score game, the refs have a mantra to keep the game close. They should keep it exciting.
I got you.
So whenever an opposing team has a big play and they look like they could pass one 25-yard pass down the field on 3rd and 11, gotta call it back for holding. But when the Chiefs are behind and they driving, trying to take a lead or tie the game, no holding is ever called at all. And I have video evidence, proof. There are many teams that roll their eyes when they know the Chiefs can get the ball first in overtime because the refs can allow them to score a touchdown in overtime and thereby making sure they won't win.
Are the Chiefs the new Patriots? Did the Patriots receive that same kind of treatment at the height of their momentum?
Yeah, well, the first 3 they didn't, but the last 3, the Patriots were the apple in the ref's eye. That's the one thing I'll give the Patriots. They might cheat to get to the Super Bowl, but they don't cheat in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs cheat us last year in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
How is this going to impact next year's season? Because the references to the interference by the referees is far broader this year. There's far more of it, and it's coming from more reputable sources, right? About this ref interference. Do you think that in the 2025-2026 season that we're going to see some major rule changes, or are we going to see changes in the ways that the ref impact the game?
They have to bring some changes about. They have to bring some sort of leveling, because it's just I don't understand. Like, I have a better team than you on paper. I have a better team than you on the field because you have number 15. I Kermit the Frog looking fella. And speaking fella.
It ain't easy being Greene, man.
I'm so tired of it.
I got you. Okay, so what you think the score is going to be?
If the game goes the way the game should go and they let the 2 teams play, we should have a replay of the NFC Championship game. Plenty a little bit.
Okay.
So I could say 48-21. Easily.
For the Eagles.
For the Eagles.
All right. It's been a long time coming for the Eagles. I was disappointed that the Lions didn't make it this year because I watched their essentially 3-year run, right?
Yeah, man. I really wanted to see the Lions and Bills in the Super Bowl, man. That would have been 2 teams that never won playing for the opportunity to get one.
Yeah.
That's great.
But I'm glad to see the Eagles are there because the Eagles also won a 3-year run. 2 years ago, I thought they were a shoo-in, but about week 14, things just took a turn. But producer, let's go to the phone
last year. 2 years ago, they was in the Super Bowl.
I mean, last year.
Again on a one-score game against Patrick Mahomes.
No, last year.
Yeah, man. Last year they played the Niners in week 10, and we destroyed them at the link, and that killed their season, and the Buccaneers beat them in round 1.
I got you.
Erin's the story.
All right, producer, let's go to the phone line. I think it's somebody who want to talk to you, maybe a cowboy or a sardine.
Go on.
We're coming right now. Good morning, caller.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Well, I want to talk to you.
I could barely hear you, sir.
You can't hear me for real?
I could hear you now.
Okay, so I had to put it on speaker.
Okay, there you go.
A little bit. Good morning, everybody. The blind one, yeah. What do you need now, Sawyer?
Eric Sawyer.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't want to know from him it sounds like the game. I know the time zone is different, but it sounds like the Super Bowl game. The Europeans and the people over there in England, London, England, they just love the Super Bowl too, and they must used to be watching around 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, I just learned that, and it sounds like they love the football too. So I wonder one of these times if I think they could maybe get a Super Bowl over there in Europe or London, like how they play some of the games, the Dolphins, and others just go over there and play. And yeah, I game with the what the name? Philadelphia.
You going with the Eagles?
Yeah, I could pull for them. And that thing with Trump saying that, with Trump saying he gained to the game, I wonder if he make it difficult for everybody with security and different
Yeah,
things.
he can't go to the game, man. No. When he said that.
He said he could beat him, that he know all gal, he pull for a team, he didn't do like that. I mean, if you get a team in your head, you keep it to yourself. Yeah, it's a Trump man, but I wouldn't say that. He said he pulling for the chief.
Oh, boy.
Some kind of stuff. He say Mahone, say, he get one senator there who was a coach. Sawyer should know this, what I trying to say. And say, the coach was talking about how Mahone or the quarterback for the chiefdom, when he's in college, used to play that, but they get to find out that it ain't no truth to that. Time is the senator, who's the senator now for the Republican, who was the coach also. Time he reached to that college or wherever Mahone was, the Mahone that done leave.
Okay.
So some people say, let Donald say what he wants to say, man. He expected that maybe there don't be no truth sometimes. What do you name? Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. Sound like he get to go where he want to go, Sawyer. Not where he wanted to go, because he gone to Golden State where I've been Heyman for years. And I wonder if they can be able to play better. But
Hold on, one question, Papa, hold on, right there. Also, is it, you think his wife put pressure on him to move from Florida to somewhere else?
I didn't know he had a wife. I thought he was prime up and other things the other day.
Yeah, no, but he's heterosexual and he has a partner.
Oh,
and
I didn't know.
Behind the
I think I never. I mean, it was a question and he said it, but I just never knew he really had a wife and children. But the point is, he had nice things to say. And I think that's the best way to do it. And even sound like Miami Sawyer, sound like they had nice things to say, that he gone and everything about him and everything. So I wonder if he can be able to play good with the Bahamian guy over there and stuff like that.
we can see if they can play the Bahamian guy.
Because it sounds like 3 or 4 guys. I can hang up and listen. So I was asking you the questions I want you to answer. I can hang up and listen. Thank you, Miss Greene.
You're welcome. Sawyer, you think Jerry? You think Butler's
was about if we can have out the Super Bowl in the
Yeah.
You ever go to Europe? I highly doubt it. It's an American sport. Yes, we can dibble and dabble and, enjoy a game or two over there, but they'll never give up their precious soccer in exchange for football. They'll never won the World Cup or they'll never won UEFA League to
play in the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
That won't ever happen. Now, what I will say for teams in the NFL is what they should do, and this is what we actually got, We got the best version, but that Washington and Detroit game was the best game of the playoffs, and I can tell you why. It was played in a dome, controlled environment, no rain, no snow, no cold, no wind, no sun, just 2 teams, and we'll see who the best 2 teams are after the dust settles. That's because there was no other elements outside of skill.
And the refs.
See?
Skill in the refs.
Well, there was no refs in that.
Okay.
Yeah, just 2 good teams, and the better team won. And that's what we need more. We need these cold cities to be domed. Because for years, I can say the Bills weren't good enough to go because they had a great K-gun offense under Jim Kelly back in the 90s. But you go on 4 straight times because every time you had the home field advantage because it was cold. New England, same said way. Peyton Manning could have beat Tom Brady way more than he did. But he always had to go to New England to play, to Pittsburgh to play, whereby they have these open stadiums, so he was able to be beaten by the cold.
All right, I got you. Okay, last question. You think moving forward it's imperative that all Super Bowl, all playoffs, NFCs, AFC championships, and Super Bowl be played in domes?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man, it's important.
I got you.
It's important that we keep the integrity of the Super Bowl to be the 2 best teams who are
Compete in the best conditions.
Right, your best submission comes to the game, and they have the same opportunity to play. Because if you had Tampa Bay, whereby cold weather for them is our cold weather. 60 degrees, they button up,
Yeah.
Playing against Green Bay, and they play in New York for the Super Bowl. Who do you think of it?
Green Bay? They playing in Green Bay?
Green Bay got to win, exactly. And they tried it a couple of years ago, I think that was the Denver, Carolina Super Bowl. Two teams that are obviously accustomed to the cold, but it was a snooze fest.
I got you.
Cam Newton threw that game to make sure that Peyton Manning could get a ring and get out of Denver, before his scandals are coming up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Listen, sir.
His next question was asking me about Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And
moving to the Warriors.
I think, moving to the Warriors. If he can fit with Buddy Hield, he can fit with Buddy Hield. Now, the thing that everybody want to know, but they don't want to talk about is if he can fit with Draymond Green.
And what does it matter if Buddy Hield don't get any playing time because of Draymond Green?
No, Buddy Hield have to get playing time because Steph Curry like him.
There you go.
And once the Chiefs like you, then you're good.
All right.
So, Steph passes the ball to Buddy now.
On the Butler.
To end the quarter, end the half, end the game. He passes the ball.
On the Butler issue, off the court, Butler was having issues with his significant other, apparently. Do you think this behavior that we've seen from Butler, right, is about his partner pressuring him to leave Florida and find another team?
No. This whole thing was about, he had no problems with it. And like she told him, man, just take whatever he's given. He wanted an extension of 2 years.
Okay.
2 to 4 years, and the Heat was trying to give him a 1 year extension, and that's it.
Okay,
because of course he's 35 years old, so their thing is in the NBA, you get old.
Yeah, you're an old man now.
Right, exactly. At 35 years, you don't have the same value to us as though you were 22, 23 and playing with the Bulls or with the Timberwolves back in the day.
All right.
And that's the issue there. He just wanted a longer extension for more money. And the Heat weren't prepared, Pat Riley ain't prepared to give you more than what he considers you to be, at market value at that particular time.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you've led the Heat to two finals appearances in your time, 2020 and 2023, but by the time you reached both finals, you were gassed because your team wasn't as fortified on the back end as you were on the front end.
All right. Sawyer, we got to go. Going to a break. I want to thank you very much. I see you next week so we could cry over this a little bit.
Yeah, man. No problem, man. I'll talk to you.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful day. I know you're very busy today.
Yeah, man. I'm on the way right now.
All right. Have a great day.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. As you go, there's one fan here that says, good day, me and Mr. Sawyer could live together. As I agree with him, the Chiefs does teeth. He said, you're all cool.
Man. Yeah, man. I'm tired of them, man. I'm sick and tired of them.
All right.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right.
All right. A text here says, tell Sawyer that the ancient Romans had a form of football, although it was quite different from modern soccer. The game they played is known as harpastum, and this was done in both cold and warm temperatures. Cold make you a man. Or it cause you catch a draft on your chest. I don't know. One or the other. We're going to a break, and when we get back from the break, we're going to be delving into some news, into some headlines. Have you seen today's Nassau Guardian? You got to take a look at it. You got to hold it in your hands, right? Right in front of your face, and take a look at it. When we get back from the break, I'm going to tell you what you'll see when you buy today's Nassau Guardian. You're on the clock with Erin Greene. We'll be right back.
Smokey, they're okay, but I know you trying to be nice to me. But bird are the nuts without the tree. Big bamboo. Oh, yeah. Waking up from my Yankee dollar.
Fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located at the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Alpha Sounds Promotion presents Back to Love, an unforgettable evening of smooth R&B vibes and cherished memories. Join us at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, February 15th for a spectacular all-white affair featuring live performances by soul sensations Freddie Jackson,
Hey everybody, it's Freddie Jackson. I'm coming to Nassau, Bahamas, and we are looking forward to the night of love.
also performing Regina Bell. Also featuring Bahamas' very own Essence Band. Back to Love, Saturday, February 15th. It's a spectacular all-white affair at the Nassau Cruise Port. Get tickets online. BahamasEtickets.com. Plantation Bar and Grill, Big Boys Cafe, and Tropics Bar and Grill. For more info, contact 822-6863.
And I hope to see you there.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. Don't leave me standing here.
Good morning and welcome back to On the Clock with Erin, Greene on this Friday, the 7th of February. As we start this segment of the show, I want to remind you that Kalik, the Bear of the Bahamas, invites you to Victory Fest 2025. Join us Saturday, March 1st at Smugglers Square for an epic celebration of the 2024 Boxing Day and 2025 New Year's Day Junkanoo winners, the Saxons Superstars. The Junkanoo season may be over, but the celebration is just getting started. Enjoy music by Playhouse DJs, Little Giant and DJ Tank, and performing live, Fanshawn and D-Mac. Let's celebrate the 4 straight Junkanoo winners, Saxons Superstars. That's March 1st at Smugglers Square. Put that in your calendar, people. Okay, so I enticed you a little bit. If you have a copy of today's Nassau Guardian in your hand, you're going to see 2 stories sitting side by side on the bottom fold. The first story says, PM says there needs to be more affordable housing options. And next to that headline and story is another story headlined, Adrian Fox to develop $300 million luxury resort on Balmoral Island. There's a beautiful picture attached to the story with Mr. Adrian Fox, his daughter, Adriana Fox, and the Prime Minister. I don't even know if I need to read it, right? Or if any commentary is necessary. That's why I tell you, if you pick up the Guardian today and hold it in your hand and put it right to your face and look at it like me, you'll understand exactly what it is that I'm trying to say. Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis said yesterday that his administration intends to increase its efforts over the next few years to provide affordable housing to Bahamians and lowering the threshold for home ownership. Let me repeat, the administration intends to increase its efforts over the next few years to provide affordable housing to Bahamians. Quote, it's why we raised the exemption threshold on homes valued up to $300,000 so that anyone with a home under $300,000 won't pay a cent in real property tax, close quotes, Davis said during a key presentation in the Renaissance Carmichael subdivision. Once again, I'm not sure that our Prime Minister knows what affordable housing is in a small island developing state that is an archipelago, that has an archipelagic exterior, right? See, with this story placed next to Adrian Fox to develop $300 million luxury resort on Balmoral Island, you would almost believe that the homes that he's talking about in Renaissance Carmichael subdivision are the affordable housing options that people need. Surely they seem affordable juxtaposed to a luxury resort on Balmoral Island. But really what you're talking about is making it more accessible, not necessarily making it more affordable. See, when the government started the low-cost housing project, it wasn't that the houses cost less than other houses built through the traditional commercial practice of going to a bank and getting a mortgage. The houses cost the same. What that program did was provided access. It lowered the criteria to obtain the same mortgage. There's something desperately wrong. See, because the vast majority of people in the Bahamas will not be able to own a home. They will not be able to pay a mortgage and the insurance and to maintain the property sufficiently to maintain or grow the property value. And then we're talking about real property tax on top of it. And now you want to tax water meters. Now you want to tax water. I don't think that this particular administration has taken the time to understand what the problem actually is. In fact, what I find more troubling is it appears as if this is just another tax exercise where you are trying to put people in a position where they got to pay you more taxes. It's not really making any sense. You guys should pick up today's Guardian, those two headlines. PM, there needs to be more affordable housing options. And Adrian Fox to develop $300 million luxury resort on Balmoral. I want to turn to another headline in today's Tribune business section. Fox's resort project leasing ex-dolphin encounters site. Island Lux co-founder is leasing the site of the former failed Blackbeard's Key dolphin encounter for part of the $300 million Cable Beach Resort development he unveiled yesterday. I'm going to talk about traffic, but I got to talk about this for a second, Mr. Nuri, because is this the same Blackbeard's Key that Earth had to take the people to court, and the court ruled that the dolphins should be returned to the place of origin, and the island should be returned to its original state?
Yep.
And then after a change of administration, we found that the person who was a lawyer representing the proprietors or owners of the operation on Blackbeard Key then became the Minister for Works?
Don't forget they forgot about the dolphins.
And then they had to go rescue the dolphins because nobody saw fit to ensure that the court order was followed through to have the dolphins return to their to the place of origin. And this is the same island where it was discovered that the Ministry of Works was having a meeting to determine what new project could be placed on the island before determining that the court order had been followed. This is the same Blackbeard's Key? Adrian, producer, there's a caller on the line. Let's go to the caller for a second, please. Good morning, caller. Do you speak dolphin?
Again?
I was just going to ask if you could assist me in figuring out what happened at Blackbeard's Key.
So Mr. Carter didn't really finish explaining it to us, but he ran past. God rest it. So you when you hold the two paper and you see the two thing, right? I can't see them, right?
Right.
But what I think about when I hear the story on the news, right? I say Prime Minister Davis should let Adrian Fox them have to build these affordable homes.
He reacts.
Man, listen, but Mom, you so smart, right? I always tell you this, although you treat me bad, right?
What you supposed to do with mine but treat them bad?
Yeah. Hey, listen, so you break it down so seriously. We saying affordable, but what the word is used? Not accessible. What word you use?
It was accessible. These homes they're not lowering the cost of the homes per se. They're just making it easier for you to get the mortgage.
Yes. Well, you use one A word, but that's you break it down even worse. I mean, even better. So that's the key word. Move all the red tapes. Maybe they ain't just about it being affordable, although that's what I think they need, the poor people.
Mm-hmm.
But let the people get them. All them red tapes, move them. You got to help this, you got to help that. You say you want to help the people? Help the people. And I think Adrian Fox, especially him, I don't have a problem. Him and all them other numbers, the one who have the court down there making all the millions every year, the PPP would explain to us how they doing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Davis, come on, man, if you really say you care about these people and what you say about affordable home, you need to ask Adrian Fox them to work with you, either alone or whatsoever, or donate. I think Adrian Fox care about people. I think he wouldn't have a problem doing it. And I'm surprised they ain't done start doing it. Maybe they doing it and I just don't know. You hear the kind of things where they say, you know, if any of the other hotels in Nassau or the Bahamas don't have helicopters, where they say they can build a
14 stories.
Helicopter can be able to land on the hotel.
Hold on, 14 stories?
Man, can't listen, brave, look out for Fox, eh? Mr. Davis, like Adrian Fox.
We don't know that. We don't know. Don't say that. Don't say that. We don't know
but
that.
That's how it come across to us. He going all out. Fox is doing the pools too, you know, for the schools.
You mean
that's what Mr. Davis say he want in our public schools in the pools.
You know you mean the 7 foot by 14 foot?
Oh, I don't know the
training
real fact.
pools?
I know you will. If you say that's what it is, that's what it is. Mr. Davis, people who Mr. Davis like, he need to prove it to us, like how he treating Adrian Fox, and I don't have a problem with that. I think Adrian Fox is a good man. The Fox Foundation is a good foundation.
The Prime Minister is the problem. The Prime Minister is not asking him or causing or compelling him to understand the urgency of the matter.
Yes, he talking, he ain't doing the walk. It's like he pump faking. You understand?
Yes,
it's
sir.
like he's saying one thing, but he ain't no proof in it like that. Because listen to me, he could get things done, yeah? Plenty money people in this town would help him, especially those people like Adrian Fox, them. So
Yes,
I think, and then...
But Papa, I got to go. I got another call on the line.
They can open that or start that way close to election next year. I think election right after that start in February.
What a prediction. Thank you
Yeah,
very
read the
much.
paper.
I can remember that. All right, let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning, Mr. Greene. Okay, I think you all have it wrong, right?
Okay.
The building itself can't be affordable based on the fact that materials aren't affordable. Plywood is expensive. Steel is expensive. The blocks are expensive. Building materials on its entirety is very expensive in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
And the land is extremely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So the building itself can't be expensive.
I got you.
Then the labor cost is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So the building itself can't be affordable.
There you go.
The only thing you do is cut costs on labor costs and who can work for free.
Right, and we don't want workers who are stressed to capacity, right? Because they're not making enough money. We need to ensure that when people come on the job, they could give us their best work.
And that's the problem there, why we have illegal immigrants in the Bahamas for cheap labor. To be quite honest with you, the only way the building itself could be affordable is if we have illegal people working on the building. To bring down the cost on labor. That's the only way that could work out. Or if the building materials come through Freeport, which is duty-free, and then there's no payments on the materials to bring down the price on the building cost itself.
Yep.
But the land itself is still expensive.
Yep, and that's a major problem. That right there is a major problem. How come land could be provided to developers, right? At excellent cost, at cut rate cost, at pennies on the dollar, but individuals cannot access the land in the same way. But
so I don't think it's fair that anyone blame the government or any government for the fact that buildings aren't affordable to Bahamians, because it's impossible.
Right, but thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much for your contribution. I'm not blaming government for the cost of the, oh, Jesus, caller, please call back. Please call back. I'm not blaming government for the cost of the home. I'm saying that understanding the dynamic that the caller just shared with us, surely the government understands the need to employ other housing models. Good morning, caller. I missed you. I heard you and then I missed you. Let's go to the next caller. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, Erin.
Hi, good morning.
Why me and you on the road this morning?
Yes,
good
ma'am.
morning, Papa. Erin, what I wanted to say, the gentleman who called just now and referenced the price of materials and all the other stuff is why the housing is not affordable. But you're talking about being accessible. And I feel like, okay, I have a friend paying a loan. I went to check on the balance of the loan the other day. And when I look at the amount, this person is paying $1,100 a month, right? And when I look at the loan, out of that $1,100, $400 of that is actually going on the loan. $400 out of $1,100 is going on loan. So the government needs to look into all these other little stuff that the bank is applying to these loans that is making the price of the houses so high. It's not just the construction. Yes, the construction would be at a certain amount, but I feel like if they do something with these banking fees and all these other little hidden fees that they have, don't touch the insurance because you need that. But, there's a lot of other stuff that they can do that can assist and make it even more so affordable. Making it accessible is only part of it. Making it affordable is the other part, because accessibility is okay. But you know how we are in the Bahamas when it comes to paying our staff properly. So our money ain't as tall. Therefore, making and everything is expensive around us. So making it affordable along with accessible is what we're looking for. And I think dealing with the banking fees and all these other little hidden fees and all these other little stuff attached,
Yes.
I feel like that would go a long, long way in making the homes more affordable to working class people.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Erin.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Newey.
Morning.
I'm not calling just now. She probably need to call me. Let her know how I'm banking fees this week. Because, number one, up front, the bank just be taking out the interest before your money go on the
loan.
On the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
You see? You all say that, what's his name? Hey, your boy out of Cat Island, like Adrian Foxy. Anyway, the word National Lottery. We voted for that back when they had that thing what they call referendum.
What they call a referendum.
Opinion poll afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like I like to say, them dialysis machine and 52 being on Pinto show too. When it was Wednesday night.
Okay.
Talking about the MRI machines that we ain't got, and we need them.
Yeah.
Also the dialysis machines, and here it is, the bridge breaking down in Andros, and everybody's screaming to patch the roads and all these things. But the National Lottery will take care of that. Now I hating on Fox because I know him from hanging up the road when he was working over Paradise Island with he boy my neighborhood friend Toner.
Okay.
Yeah, and I go up under what's his name, Craig Flowers them. I hating on them, but if you all saying the man love him and he don't like me, you know what I mean, because of my property in Crooked Island, then we have to say, all we have to say is this crew don't care about none of us, you see? So we have to look at who and how we do, and election coming soon, and put it in perspective.
Yes, sir.
So we don't have to be crying for their supplies in the hospital. The nurses ain't getting paid, the doctors ain't getting paid, and everything going.
The fire truck's not getting fixed. The police car's not getting fixed.
Oh, you
the public infrastructure is not getting replaced after traffic accidents.
They need to fix them roads you keep talking about. You won't get to talking about them roads, right?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, and then the BPL scam and scheme.
Oh boy, listen.
5.5% and the 99.5% are who ain't involved.
Listen.
They had $50,000 or more. Anyway, you all have a nice day.
Why would you say something so exciting among such excitable people and not expect excitement? Have a great day, sir.
We're Bahamians, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, because I said something in the earlier show, and then we complaining about the cruise people and thing. If we had invested Bahamians, or we come together and invest in cruise ships, my frat brother Lowell Mortimer.
Your frat brother.
Yeah.
Okay, FRAT, because I was going to say, I seen Mr. Mortimer the other day looking quite fit.
Yeah. The owner of Campbell Shipment. He know how to get cruise ships and all the rest of that. But we all know, because the other day, Dwight just had modified brother, what he named Michael Alquidas on the show.
Mhm.
So if they think about it, we're behemoths, because if we own, and this Bahamas where the cruise ships them come and we complain, stop selling them our islands, and we get cruise ships that can go to each of these family islands, Erin and Nui.
Man, listen,
A cruise ship leaving out the port of Miami or wherever, and coming to the Bahamas for 7 days, could stop on at least 4 family islands, spend a day and a night, and move from one island to the next, and go back there, and be back there in like 6 days, right?
yeah, absolutely. But listen,
and,
look,
and the money will trickle down each island, stop on the island, and the people them will be there, and they'll be there to serve the people, say, that day or and that night. And by morning, by sunrise, the ship pulling up
heading
to
out.
the next island and moving around.
Yeah.
We have to think of these things and know how to pull together.
Thank you,
Stop
caller.
letting the Germans, me and my friends, them was calling them Germans from the island of Hispaniola, take over, what you call it, the straw market and fish fry and
Brent, look
all
here,
the vending
I gotta go, caller. You're saying too much at the same time. I need a breath of air so I don't talk about everything you just said, but some really excellent nuggets right there. Producer, let's go to the phone line quickly. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. You there?
Hello.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, Erin. Morning, Mr. Greene. Morning, Erin. I believe that government houses can be more affordable if they can actually bring the price of labor down. And how to do that? I believe that they have the manpower and the skill right in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And all
Okay.
they have to do is put a stipend on an account for the prisoners so that when they come out, they obviously have some money to give them a start. But you can actually find the labor, which is actually will be cost effective, and also the manpower and the skill right in prison to make it happen.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And then we enable the incarcerated to develop a degree of economic agency, right, while they're preparing to come back out of prison. You said so much there. Another way that we can bring down the cost of housing is to bring down the cost of labor by ensuring that our labor is organized. How much money is wasted on construction projects because specific teams cannot meet their timeline? Right? That's a part of the broader timeline of the project. Let's go to the caller quickly, producer, and then, I got a couple more headlines to read. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
All right, great. The topic is housing.
We'll be talking about this idea that the Prime Minister says that there needs to be more affordable housing options. And then the story right next to that story is Adrian Fox to develop $300 million luxury resort on Balmoral Island. And I am suggesting that the government has missed the point that that the people who need housing cannot afford mortgages. They need a different housing option. And I follow that up with it appears as if the government is focused only on the things that generate the greatest tax revenue for them. And I link that to the story critiquing the tourism numbers as well.
So, question. The community they building off Carmichael Road, that was Crown land that was granted to the government to build no-cost homes.
Right.
They came up with a price on those homes as yet?
I'm not sure. Yeah, well, listen, if I read from the article, because I think you're talking about Renaissance Carmichael subdivision, and this article is pulling quotes from the Prime Minister who was speaking, I think, at an event there, or about the opening. Quote, it's why we raised the exemption threshold on homes valued up to $300,000. So that
I definitely would be curious to know what the price on those homes are. They're saying that the land was free, regardless of people talking about the price of material and labor. But if the land is free, basically the government granted the land itself to build homes on. And plus, I think they secure some sort of $20 million or something like that in order to provide the homes. So I don't think they should charge much interest on those homes. I'm just curious to know what they're going to charge the public for that.
See, I would speculate from the Prime Minister's quote. You know, the Prime Minister could say whatever he want to say, but he chose to say this, right? I'm speculating from this quote where he says, so that anyone with a home under $300,000 won't pay a cent in real property tax. I surmise that the intention is for homes in that subdivision to come up to or just under $300,000.
Wow, that's not affordable at all.
No, I think they missed the plot. I don't think they understand what people are dealing with. What I think they see is a scheme that allows the extraction of revenue through taxation.
Yeah, from how Wacom took that subdivision over, I know that the houses would have been over $200,000. I don't see the call for it because, like I said, they already allegedly secure a $20 million loan, so they wouldn't really have to pay no interest on that money they pay in the Wacom. See, the government they are not in touch with the poor man, so they don't even look at they don't look from the same lens that we look at, so it's hard for them to reach us.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful intervention. I really appreciate it. Let's go to the next caller. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, Ms. Greene, I want to add on to what I was saying previously, right?
Yes, sir.
I think that people should get a house between now and the next year based on the fact that Trump has all these tariffs and all these ship and container prices going up. The prices on houses are going to be extremely high in another 2 to 5 years.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's a great advice. If you have not begun planning, start planning now because it appears as if the price of materials is going to continue to rise in the short term. All right, a texter asked me to reread a couple of pieces. So I'm going to reread from PM. There needs to be more affordable housing options. The Prime Minister said that his administration intends to increase its efforts over the next few years to provide affordable housing to Bahamians and lowering the threshold for home ownership. Again, the point is that most people, the majority of people in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas right now they don't have the capacity to be a home owner. And I wonder what's happening on the Family Islands and how people can afford land there, considering the lack of land reform and regulations to protect or advantage Bahamians in their own land market. Here's a quick excerpt from the Tribune article, $300 million luxury hotel promises 1,000 jobs. A $300 million agreement was signed yesterday for a hotel and entertainment project which could bring up to 1,000 jobs in construction and 1,000 more in operation. Bahamian entrepreneurs Adrian and Adriana Fox signed a $300 million heads of agreement with the Davis administration to develop the luxury hotel, residences, and entertainment hub spanning Cable Beach and Balmoral Island. Mr. Nuri, is Balmoral Island an actual island, or is this just what they call it an island because it like gated community-esque?
I do not know for sure.
The Cable Beach project, called Voir Beach, will feature two 14-story mixed-use towers with a hotel, private residences, fine dining, rooftop pools, a recording studio, nightclub, a spa, and a seaside bar, all infused with Bahamian culture. If the thing is expected, it could bring up to 1,000 jobs in construction and 1,000 more in operation. Where they go park?
They didn't thought about that.
Where they go park?
They can park on the sidewalk.
Oh, boy. Okay, we're going to transition to another story. Sometimes, Mr. Nuri, let me tell you this. Yesterday, I did row. Oh, I had a row. I row yesterday. You know, I take my note to the Billy Goat. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie no more. I did row. Let me tell you why. Well, first of all, let me apologize. Not for rowing, you know, but for not rowing enough. I'm going to apologize for not rowing enough. Traffic deaths, suicides rise in 2024. There was a 29% increase in traffic deaths in 2024 compared to the previous year, with 66 people dying in 59 road accidents, according to statistics provided by the Royal Bahamas Police Force. with 66 people dying in 59 road accidents, according to statistics provided by the Royal Bahamas Police Force. I apologize for not rowing more, because that's 66 needless, unnecessary loss of life through recklessness and a callous disregard for how we are supposed to use the roads. I can't imagine that in 2025, big grown adults still get in their car and act like they are the only people on the road. Yesterday, Nuri, I row so much I had to get in my car and drive away and come back to the place to continue what it was I was doing. Because I was in the midst of people who were working with gasoline and they're just unconscious. They were not the gas station staff, you know, not the staff, the customers. It's like nobody is taking anything seriously anymore. Now, mind you, it's my fault, you know, because I've been a bit upset since I heard Bahamians of African descent suggesting that Elon Musk was not doing the Heil Hitler, he was just doing the Roman salute, but you don't know enough to know where Heil Hitler got the Roman salute from. I mean, where they got the Hitler from. They got it from the Roman salute. It is 2025 and we, at least my generation, we have failed. We have failed and we don't even want to acknowledge it. So yeah, I row yesterday, Mr. Nuri, and I want to apologize because I realized in those moments, and afterwards, even when I calm down, that the problem is maybe that I ain't rowing enough. Because every time I watch a judge's vehicle, a police car, a Corps of Diplomats car ignore basic traffic controls, I realize that the problem is far greater than y'all could see. I only know about 7 drug dealers. You know, all of them have pharmacist degrees. All of them have pharmacist degrees. I only know about 7. But I know thousands of people who drive cars. That's why I focus on that. Everybody I know is drive a car. And we act like we're not a part of the problem. Put your phone down, focus on the road, and remember that there are other people using the road. Also remember that tourism and financial services are the main pillars of our economy, and they are 24/7 right? 24 hours, 7 days a week in operation. At any given time, 50% of the people on the road are working, a minimum of 50%. But y'all act like y'all the only people on the road. And to hell with whatever anybody else has to do. Somebody has to take it seriously. And I go row until somebody does. You guys have a great day. Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Nuri is up next. Nuri, I going in the bush this weekend.
To do what?
To camp. To not be in Nassau.
Nice.
Yeah, just for a little bit. Y'all enjoy the Super Bowl weekend.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.